Hey, okay, so obviously I'm in a different room today, and that is because there are books behind me, and we're talking about books in this video. There are so many books that I want to read during quarantine. A couple include A Gentleman in Moscow, All the Light We Cannot See, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and the short story collection Her Body and Other Parties. But recently, because of self-isolation and stay-at-home orders, I have had a really hard time acquiring new books, obviously. Everything is shipping way slower than usual, so I'm like hesitant to order from bookstores online, and I don't really want to order from Amazon because I don't like ordering from Amazon. I would rather support local bookstores or something like that, and my local bookstores are also closed, obviously, so I've just found it really hard to get books. And so recently I've been considering buying a Kindle, but I've never considered getting a Kindle because I love reading physical books. I'm one of those like snobs, those like book purists who really likes to touch their books when they're reading them and feel it in their hands and like turn the pages. I'm one of those people. So let me know in the comments if you think that I should get a Kindle, if you have one and you love it. I really just need to know if it's worth it and if reading like feels the same while you're reading from a Kindle. But since I'm talking about all this, I figured I would give you guys 5 reasons why I prefer physical books over downloadable Kindle books. Besides that, I love feeling the pages when I read. This is all gonna sound really pretentious and old-fashioned, but anyways, number 1, the fact that people can come over to your house or your apartment for the first time and know a little bit more about who you are because they can see all of your books on your shelf and they can like peruse your shelves while you go to the bathroom and they're like sneaking around your room or whatever. They can just instantly get a better sense of who you are. It's kind of like with records versus listening to all your music on Spotify. It lets people know visually and without having to ask how cool and interesting you are and what you're into. Number 2, the approving looks you get from old people. I can't tell you the amount of times I've taken a book out of my backpack on a train or an airplane and noticed out of the corner of my eye the tiny, fleeting grin of an older person who just gained a little more hope that the younger generation won't be so glued to their gosh darn screens that they give up simple pleasures like reading. And me? I like to mollify an old man's worries almost as much as I like to lay in my bed at night and scroll through Instagram and Twitter for hours. Number 3, the feeling of ownership. I prefer buying books to renting them from the library because I like to feel like the stories that I cherish and that shape me so much are mine. The whole reading experience just feels more personal to me that way. The book feels more like my friend that way. And that sounds potentially really pathetic, but that's just how I feel. By the way, everyone, my earrings were made by my friend Christine Orzakowski. You can get them on her Etsy, I'll link it below. Number 4, the ability to lend them to friends. Few things in life bring me more joy than when a friend who hasn't been reading much or just needs a new reading recommendation asks me if I have any books that I've read recently that I would lend them. I love the feeling of giving them a physical book and then them taking it home, and then I love when they finish it and they tell me and they're all excited and we can discuss the book after, and then they're like, got another one for me? And I'm like, heck yeah, I do, always. So I fetch another book from my little home library, give it to them, they give me theirs. It's like a little business exchange. I love that whole process. You can't really lend your friend your entire Kindle to read. And number 5, going to bookstores. I know that I wouldn't have to give up going to bookstores if I got a Kindle, and I could still buy physical books whenever I wanted to if I got a Kindle, if I really wanted to. But we'll ignore that for a minute. One of my favorite things to do if I travel to a new city or just am exploring my town is to find cute bookstores or like less known bookstores or like old bookstores, used bookstores, and explore them for like hours. That's like one of my favorite ways to pass the time. It's one of my favorite things to do in a new city I travel to because I'm like, ooh, what treasures are in here, especially used bookstores. And then with new bookstores, you get to support the author directly, you get to browse through like all these exciting new books that everyone is talking about and that everyone's been buzzing about, and you get to just go, pick it up, bam, done. Except you can't do that when we're in quarantine, so I guess that's the whole point of wanting a Kindle. Anyways, those are some of the reasons why I am hesitant to purchase a Kindle. I love having physical books, and I love buying physical books, and I love reading physical books. But I know that a Kindle would make a lot of sense, especially right now, and it's also like probably better for the environment, even though I doubt like book production is like a major source of pollution. Like, I study a lot about the environment and I've never heard anyone say that. Anyways, do you think I should take the leap and get a Kindle, or do you think I should just wait it out, save my money, endure the long shipping times for new books to get to me? Yeah. Let me know in the comments below, and let me know your success stories with switching from being a physical book lover to being a Kindle lover. I would love that encouragement. I hope some of you guys found this video kind of lighthearted and relatable. As always, it would mean so much to me if you guys would subscribe and like this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.